quest. I'm going to videotape the entire game on hardcore mode. And I'll probably do a different game. Anyway, let's continue where we left off. So this time I was asked to do commentary. Without as many people jabbering with me, I should be able to do that a little bit easier.
They don't know this country like we do. We could hide out somewhere until it blows over.
Maybe. Only all they have to do is lean on some stolid serf and you'll happily tell them everything.
I didn't think of that.
Not that I'm spoiling for a fight, but if I have to choose a place for one, then right here behind solid walls is it.
True enough.
Do you think we can drive back Sigismund's forces?
I reckon not. There's too few of us. And anyway, we ain't prepared for a siege. And if he's really got such a big army, he might not even hold out against the first offensive.
Talmberg's a strong castle, though. It can handle a siege.
The best thing would be to join forces with Scarlet to wipe Sigismund's bastards off the face of the earth.
That's probably why they attacked so quick, so we wouldn't have time to join forces.
Aye, you might be right. For sure Sigismund ain't no fool. A backstabbing swine, maybe. But no fool.
You're right there.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on scouts.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Scarlet to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Take care.
Yeah, like Captain the Guard and Top. That's like
Halt!
that makes sense.
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig! What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left a storm in the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to right there now.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Good luck to you.
Kind of big. I'm very big starting to watch it. Starting to get my own back. Trying to look for work out in the rain is pointless. A lot of rain. A lot of no headwind. Looks like they're alive. Run down the other side of my maybe if I hide. Yep, I did it.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you.
Well,
Think about to do that? I'm trying to get this one right here. Or what is that? Texas Carnelian, whatever the hell it's called. The body. Just stare at it. Someone's down there walking around. out there. I know better. I just look. Shorter. I could be. I think this guy was what? 18? Perhaps there's some modern pictures. Bitching about there not being a woman here. How stupid can you get for a mostly realistic attempt at a game? Oh well, what you gonna do? I have to see that. Just work my way around here. Going dark as well, but I can just wait. Actually, it's real dark. Whoa, that was bright. Real dark. Well, I'm chasing around. I've heard it was okay, like only a couple hours. Okay, Doc, you're gone. Okay, here. That's all I can do. Yeah, I like your helmet. Pointless. I like it. Hey, tell me something. Tell me from that direction. Oh. That's my dry spot, set. Yeah, this is where I would be hiking. No way. There you have it. No, shoot. No, shoot. There you go. Keep going. I don't want to smell your ass. Those fuckers are out of my way. Oh well, let's try to get this over with. I'll wait about 4 hours, which I'll never get to. My
Everyone to the Bailey Battlement! Quickly! We have visitors!
Run on up here like I know what I'm doing.
Jesus. We're coming at them like skeletons.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Still in Turkey, I believe. Most of Middle East.
Greetings, Lord of Tomberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them? I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
The Lord that he brought to this land will have no peace till the afterlife. Have you been to Uji? Aye. 6 years, 12 summers gone.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. Folk aren't too fond of him, 'cause he's as surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never had a decent meal in his life.
That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end, didn't it?
Aye, that was a good start. Next we need to drive him and his war whores out of Bohemia for good.
God be with you.
Oh, you teleported up that wall. Damn champ, I got my lockpicks in the last episode. Let's try to do something about that in this episode. Like, oh, I don't know. Get more? At least one more. Maybe two. that's there, then that. Oh, that's the way of crevice levels. Huh. I mean, look at them rolling hills. Isn't that neat? I think they did an amazing job. Everywhere you can see right now, you can go and travel to. To me, that's amazing. And then in hardcore mode, you don't have fast travel, which I like.
My respects
like
to you.
But most people are too lazy or too stupid just to go up and, play the game.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Where did these humans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said, that they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Farewell.
Sadness.
One chop of a sword.
That's impossible.
And that's not all. They can take a man down with an arrow 10 fields away. And a dozen men is no match for one of them heathens. One of the soldiers saw an unarmed crowman cornered by a barn, and he ripped one of them beams out of it and battered them all with it.
I don't believe it. Nobody could do that.
I swear to God, that's exactly what I heard from that merchant.
Fuck. We escaped certain death by the skin of our teeth.
Aye, we surely did.
I kind of want to tackle them down and beat them for spreading lies, but they have to gossip. That's all they have in life.
My respects to you. Good luck to you.
Good day to you.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to get away?
Fortune smiled on them, that's for certain. Sigismund must be seething with rage.
It's just a shame Fortune didn't smile on all of them.
Oh, shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzig
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why do you ask?
He must be a fine lord to take such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah, I could tell you some stories.
About Sir Divish?
Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that. Just that I heard stories from other soldiers that would make your skin crawl.
I see. That was a tense moment this morning with Sigismund.
Sir Divish handled it masterfully. This is a strong castle. It should stand up to a siege. But Sigismund has an awful lot of soldiers.
Who are those peculiar mercenaries of his?
You mean the Cumans? No one knows much about them, except Sigismund enlisted them somewhere in the east. They're an evil-looking bunch, aren't they?
Not just looking. Do you know where I can buy and sell things?
Well, if it's food you need, go and ask in the kitchen. But if you want something else, I can't help. One of the villagers might know. Take care now.
It's a shame I can't spend a few days here and earn some money. Oh wait, one thing, in case nobody realizes. These funny looking bowl lamps are interesting. The wick or the rope soaks up the oil, and it actually just burns the fumes coming off of the rope. I don't know quite if that's the correct design or not, but I do know that somehow, some way, it's not catching the rest of the oil on fire. It makes no sense, depending on how you look at it, but it works really well, actually. Now let's take a nap. See if I can't get some sleep.
Is someone there?
See if I can't get my energy back up. So I didn't get hardly any sleep. I guess sleeping till noon's it. That's right, sleeping till noon is it. Alright. I do like how they make out these little clever cutouts in the wood for shelves. Makes you wonder what in the world they keep in something like that. Well, it's got a few more hours of sleep. Surely that'll help him out.
Sigismund's visit this morning was pretty alarming, wasn't it?
And no mistake. That army of his is enormous. It's a good thing Sir Divish is such a fine speaker, or they'd have squashed us like bugs.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Try Vortimer. He's as thin as a starving hound, and about as cheerful, but he can get anything you want. I saw him by the local granary.
That was a close thing this morning, eh?
If you knew Sir Divish like I do, you wouldn't be so concerned. Being imprisoned might have injured his health, but there's no one can rival him for cleverness and cunning.
Really?
It's not for nothing he was made the King's Burgrave in Prague a few years back. Folk still talk of how he settled the dispute between Father Peck and Sir Pshibik.
If I needed some food, who should I ask?
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra, I could help you out with that too.
I'd like to buy something from you.
Of course, lad. Yeah.
Not worth it. Well, hello there, stable master. You'll be getting yourself into trouble later. Wait, did I even look at that? 74. Now what am I? 79. I forgot. You don't get much nourishment out of food these days on this difficulty. $85, $92, $99. That's just pure stupid luck. See if I can. Is it raining again? It's raining again. Tell you what, Olivia, in this time period, they have it set up where it rains every 5 minutes. I swear, there isn't a day that goes by where we ain't pouring down rain. This is supposedly going to be a little harder since I have broken all my lockpicks. I have to take some money. Or I can just run. I kind of prefer to leave
The Lord save you. What do...
My lady, I hope you weren't unduly distressed by the arrival of Sigismund's army this morning.
Well, it was to be expected. And thanks to God's mercy and my good husband, there was no more bloodshed. But it's something else that distresses me. Maybe my mind deceives me. But I have an evil foreboding.
You, my lady? Surely not. No evil could possibly come to you.
I fear something bigger and worse will come. That Sigismund is only another omen of imminent evil. Of great evil.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My lady, I know you have a good heart. I can't live with the thought of my parents being left in the mud to be food for stray dogs. How can their souls find peace until they rest in hallowed ground?
My dear boy, you'd risk your own life to give them a Christian burial? My heart goes out to you. I will do what I can to help, though I'll tremble in fear until your return. But what can I do?
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armour, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognise you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking. And where can I get the armour?
At the armoury?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armour nearby.
It's rather embarrassing, but if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money. Unfortunately, I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you, I swear. And I'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujits, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
Goodbye.
Now for a lockpick. Hopefully two.
God be with you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Yep. Let's not step on me, please.
Good day to you.
What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mercenaries into the heart of our country. God alone knows what he'll get up to next.
I agree.
Take care now.
Unless, of course, you're careful with history.
My respects to you.
Then you get to find out.
What do you think about that surprise during the night?
I was surprised, all right. I'm glad them people were saved, though. I'm just as glad it weren't Sigismund. For sure he'll come here in the end, too. But now at least we've got time to get ready for him.
Maybe he'll leave Talmberg be.
Maybe, maybe not. Could be he was only out to get Sir Radzig, because he's Wenceslas's hetman. The Scarlets is a rich town, so there was plenty of loot for the taking. 2 birds with 1 stone. So he might be satisfied and leave us alone.
Reckon we'll see soon enough, one way or the other.
By the way, Henry. It is Henry, ain't it? I was sorry to hear about your parents. They've gone on to better things.
The Divish certainly put Sigismund in his place.
You're right there. That's Sir Divish for you. May God grant him long life.
Can you tell me where I can buy or sell something?
Someone to do business with. Well, Votova often gets things the merchants don't have. The last time I saw him, he was by the granary. Try him. He thinks about trade, day and night.
Ah, pretty much.
Yeah, well.
Talk options highlighted. Brighter. It's good because that means that you get experience for talking, which goes to your speech skill. When it enter gray, you no longer get your speech skill upgrade. Oh, gotta put on some clothes. Let's start off. Let's see here. We've got take off a shirt, put on a light padded armor. Then we're going to apply chainmail collar. Well, can't do that until we take off the red scarf. Now we'll put on the collar. And now we'll put on the scarf. Which is kind of stupid, but you know. Well, let's leave off the scarf. We're going to put on this coif. And then we got gloves to put on. Slide on this laughing frog. That's good because it signifies our colors. And we got a bassinet. And that should just about cover everything. Except for here. Now we have a bow. And we have our very unique sword. We have a little bit of chain. It's rubber. Strap onto our bodies. Do have some As far as we go this time. Did a hell lot of dodge there. Maybe stuff was wrong. Make sure your mouse sensitivity is about right. So you don't screw it up. Gold plate, green nobleman, and a black coin. Shouldn't need those old boots. I already got boots. That should allow us to apply the old plates.
My lady.
God be with you. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
It's me, my lady. Henry.
I didn't recognize you at all. I still think you should stay here in the safety of the castle, Henry. But I see your heart is drawing you away from here. God go with you.
I think he's mentally retarded. At 18 years old, you still some more knock off. Let's take a lean at here.
God be with you.
I need to get out of here.
Says who? I've never seen you before in my life. And that's odd, seeing as how you're wearing our colours.
I'm Sir Robar's messenger. He's sending me to Ujit to find out if Sigismund's army has been giving them trouble.
I might believe you if I knew who you were. Who the hell are you?
I'm Yannick of Malashon. I haven't been here long, but if you had your eyes open, you would have noticed me. Now open the fucking gate, or I'll have to go and get Sir Robard, and you wouldn't want that, would you?
Oh, all right. Take care now.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot nice to drive without being shot at. Kind of slow on this horse, but you can't expect much of this stage game. Or from stolen horse. Here we go. Quarry, blacksmith. That was fast. Also, like I just randomly get you a skill. It's like, oh shit, you got out of the castle.
Yeah. You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. Looks like they've already gone.
Draw that sword like he knows how to use it. Like a child. It's exactly what most modern adult men would do because, well, we're just giant kids. Let's be honest. I mean, hell, give us a bunch of swords, we're gonna start going outside bashing together. Come on. That's fun. No, it's not that. It's the smell. That's what gets you. That smell will always get you there. I discovered a grindstone somewhere.
Jesus.
Oh, that was way back there, I bet. Jesus. I found me. Dude, how much is my hunger? 4, 5. Let's eat that damn apple. Eat. Yeah, I ate that apple, now what? And that apple. And that carrot. You may ask yourself, why would I eat that apple and that carrot? It's because I'm freaking hungry. That's why. There's a chance that I would get full off of it, and I just did. Pick that up for later, just in case I need eating it. And another important skill for this particular game, when you're on hardcore, is human just been.
What's going on there? Answer to my prayers. Just what... You'll get what for?
Ow!
Well, Henry, you ought to feel pretty proud of yourself. You made a little bit of money, and you got your sword bloodied, and you didn't die. Just something not very many of these people can say. That's what I should be able to see the cat. Oh, there it is. It's like, I should be able to see the castle from here. It's right there. Okay. Now I'm starting to get overburdened, which I will be getting overburdened quite heavily here soon. Damn. If I needed to eat, that would have been the thing to eat. That's 10 points. Nourishment's already at 99. That's kind of close, but hey. Anyway, yeah, a lot of people have complaints over the game. It's been out for a while now. They've already got 2 expansions released. The third one, the Brotherhood of Bastards or something like that, is fixing to come out. I'm really looking forward to that. It's got more quests. Hopefully it'll be longer than the Armorous Adventures of Hans.
Sweet Jesus. It's the charcoal burner.
That arrow went kind of deep into him. Someone used a high-powered bow on that poor little fella. Oh. I figure I could have picked up some charcoal from there, but no, won't let me. What was that? Oh yeah. Brotherhood of Bastards or Band of Bastards or something, but yeah, I don't know when that comes out. This month, supposedly. February. Maybe March. Love the God rays. See them coming in there? Wham. Graphics in the game is amazing. Absolutely breathtaking if you actually don't mind the popping in. The orchestra sound.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
Fantastic, and it's even better compared to modern games, or most of the games that come out, especially during 2018. The majority of games that came out in 2018 were garbage, to say the least. Between EA and... EA, that's just nauseating. Warhorse, just even with this alone, looks like it's going to be able to come in pretty strong. At least when it comes to single-player amazing story games. And I like the innovation in the game too. It doesn't really seem like it's a huge, giant innovation with the combat systems and the like. The fact that they came up with a really good story, put a lot of work in on it. Balanced out the combat pretty good in my opinion. Save your snap sword. I got metal plated back, so that's just for self. I don't really like backs as much. I'm more of a longsword person. Anyway. Yeah, this whole single player genre going out the door is just stupid. That's all because these little kids want to run around beating each other up. The first time I played this, I spent so long looting everybody and it turned out portions of them actually were worth looting. And now that I know how the game works, none of them are really worth looting. Other than that first little bit of starter food. Sadly though, right now, I am a little heavy. Henry, it turns out, is a blacksmith boy. Not even a good blacksmith either. He doesn't have much strength to him. I mean, in real life, a blacksmith would crush your hand. Dudes work with metal all day, pounding out metal, working with metal. Nothing to sneeze at. In this game, obviously, blacksmiths are kind of weak. At least according to Henry here. I guess I went off the beaten path, which messed up the spawning. Oh, nope, there's one of my spawns. Terrible bow for a terrible strength person with no agility.
Hey, who's there? Who's there? Well now, look what's come crawling out from us.
You gotta be kidding me. I seriously just one-shot that dude. Okay, that was worth it. Well, it was a headshot, to be fair. I suppose. Oh my god. Forgot about the weight. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a little slow. Hey, at least in the bonus part, we don't have to.
The bailiff. He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand.
And you died with only one coin on you. Because you were a poor bastard at the start of town. Where no one had any skill or wanted to die.
You stood by his side and he did this to you. And in the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon them, like me.
Ah, Sigismund's side, I got you.
Oh no, no, no. Why? Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you. I'll find them. I swear it. Just wait a moment. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like this. I'll take this as a keepsake to remember you by, my dearest.
Now, if we come over here, you'll find out there ain't crap we can do in here anymore. There's where she did her tables. That and there's where I stole stuff. We probably fucked on most of these tables, considering she was my girlfriend and she was the alehouse maid. Yeah, that would make sense. It was a sticky mess in the morning, but no one noticed. Except for her. She had to clean it. Because Henry, well, it's Henry, and he's probably too lazy to clean it.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Yeah, follow the dog. If you haven't played the game yet, I would suggest doing so. It's a really good game. It does have some bugs, some graphical glitches. Nothing game-breaking right now. There was originally game-breaking stuff, but it's not ready yet. And it did release. It released on time, but it did release with some bugs, as most of the new games do. It wasn't horrible though.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Mishak? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here?
I asked what you're doing here. How about you give me an answer?
If I want to confess, I'll go to the priest. Go away and leave me in peace.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the mill? When I fled, the Cumans wanted to... They meant to violate her, and God knows what else.
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. Her misfortune. Right now, I've got to take care of myself.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think? I ran.
I see a cunt remains a cunt, no matter what the situation.
Shit! Shit! Shit!
That's right! Turn tail and run, you bastard! Easy there, boy. You know me. good master won't be needing this anymore.
I agree. It's up the hills we go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to let this one play through. Oh, it's so long. Alright. I keep interrupting myself, forgetting where I'm at. Commentary, I guess I can make snide remarks to the characters. The best chick's a cunt, as Henry said, but he's still just a cunt. I forgot the number one, so I'm looting the corpses. Fucking the dead. Yeah, he's still a bitch. Yeah, they weren't too happy about the castle being abandoned. They torched the living hell out of it. Probably didn't like the goat they left in the area there with the sign saying, "You didn't fuck it." Okay, that's what I would have done too. But that's still yeah. The hot plant's gonna become wild hot plants, that's for sure. Damn. People may not have thought much of it, but it was a forge. Very fun to make. Okay, not so fun to build, but it can be interesting to use. So I did a wheelwright, horseshoes, and nails. The wheelwright makes no sense, but whatever. Well, at least our laundry's still hanging out pretty good. I'll grab a few clothes from there. I'm sure Henry's dirty ass can go and pick up a few things. Still fascinated by why the hops are up here near the blacksmith's home and not near the ale house. Unless they're worried people are going to chew on them. That would be nasty. Okay, if I remember right, that one stays and the other one does not. But I can carry less because I want them both. That's cool. I actually used to have one of them scythes. So, this is going to be kind of terrible for me in the end. Because I'm picking up more stuff. I don't know if I can... Well, never mind, it's not so bad. I was able to get over it. I can open something else. Cabbage. 16 nourishment. What's my nourishment at right now? Nope, don't need it. Nope, not at all. And it won't be worth but a coin whenever I get out of here.
This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
And here's the new diggy spot.
So, Let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword? Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek? Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down. As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah!
I got a hit on him. Oh, now he got me. I can't believe I got a hit on him. That's kind of epic. Whack. Right to the head.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
You parted with the sword. No, you didn't part with it. It was taken at the end of a huge giant club. My strength went up. Oh yeah, not that way. It's that way to the castle. Oh no. Did I get turned around? Oh no, the arrows are coming toward me, it looks like. I shouldn't be. Ah, I went too far past.
Do you need some help?
Get pushed over. Brr, brr, brr. And these are supposed to represent you.
Henry! There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs.
I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Talmberg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Scalars?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak. Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humour back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Ratay Mill. My uncle's Miller Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzik?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzik, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, Kohelnitz Miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
I think I've already heard more than I need to know. You've got the tongue of the devil himself. If you tried hard enough, I bet you could justify sodomy with a goat.
Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better.
Thanks. I'll need it. I can't believe I've come to this. Digging up corpses.
Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him. Take care now.
Where can I find a shovel?
There's one right outside, leaning against the cart. Farewell. Try unlocking this trunk. Hold the lockpick in your right hand and use it to feel out the tumbler. In your left hand, you hold the blade. Got it? Good. Now turn the whole lock with the blade, but don't stop holding the tumbler. You're a dab hand, Hal. Make something out of you yet. Remember, this trunk's loaded for practice. You feel it? Yeah.
Okay. As he points out, there are times in this game where just throwing stuff on the ground will affect the NPCs. This is actually a really good job of making these jobs drop as long as possible. And then we have the points to start mentioning pots. You're able to place wine bottles that you seem like you have. We're able to take young bandits. There's one of those points in the game. There's also paralysis, and as well as stitches. Thankful stitches too much. The NPCs, they do to you. I don't think it's good NPCs. Let's see what else. Well, that's just about it. This is actually not too bad. You see the knobs blowing all bouncing all over the place. You gotta watch out for that. Let's see here. I got a main level. I probably got the first time I turned on everything. Yeah, I chose, in case you weren't here for the first episode, I did choose brittle bones and hemophilia. Let's see here. Aesthetic. Yep. Don't want to do that just yet. Strength. Gravedigger, because, well, carrying stuff. Lockpicking. I also want lasting lockpick. In the end, you can get all these lockpicks. Most of these skills, you can get everything. They got some really crafting skills there. There's so much planetary skills. But as long as your skill points are high, the skills, you don't get your own skills. That's some of the skills will eventually get your own skills. Get those to your combat skill things. It's not so good for speech and charisma. Always having to start just as good. You get so many experience points. So many experience points. And you can see here where it gave me 73% of a level, along with getting me up to 3. Sure can't say how much it actually gave me on that. Because it didn't really look so much probably freaked out yet. First place you find cave mushrooms is back here in the Miller Pastures area. Very nice to have for your alchemy later on in the game. Picking up things like that, I don't think gives you anything. Okay. Let's see here. I want to take all of this money.
My respects to you.
Can you tell me...
What about the Skalitz folk?
God sent them to punish us for our sins. They don't work, they just idle around begging. And you want to keep a close eye on your belongings when they're around. I'll be glad to see the back of them.
What do you think about everything that's happened?
I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters, but this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. I don't give a damn who's king, but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far.
Do you know anything about those Cumans?
The heathen scum that Sigismund brought here. Why do you even ask? You've seen with your own two eyes what they're capable of.
That's all.
Take care now.
Once again, the writer dialogue gives you skill points. It's really good to get your...
Have you eaten yet?
Yes, it was very good. Did you bake it yourself?
I did. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Henry, I'm so glad to see you.
I'd like to know...
So, how do you like it in Rattay?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here. And they took us in our hour of need, but for how much longer? They'll grow tired of us soon enough.
How are the Skalitz folk getting on?
They're alive, that's the main thing. They have shelter, but they're just scraping by. Rattay's citizens aren't happy the town is full of beggars who don't look like leaving anytime soon.
Do you know anything about those Cuman rapists? About... you know.
They came to Hungary from God knows where, and now they... well, folk tell awful stories about them. I hope I never see them again.
That's all. Have you got a moment? I'd like to ask a few questions about Skalitz. I don't remember much.
All right. What do you want to know?
How did you get me away from Skalitz?
It wasn't easy. Sir Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind. The soldiers escorted us all the way here, God bless them.
What about the bandits?
Sir Robard and his men routed them. They killed the few, but the giant who attacked you fled, and Zibishek with him. It won't be safe in Skalitz for a while yet.
Why would Zbyszek do that? I never thought much of him, but banditry?
He was always a nasty piece of work. It doesn't surprise me he joined them. If you knew what he did to me.
Tell me.
When those Cumans, they call them, when the Cumans came, Zbyszek pushed me out in front of them and fled. He sacrificed me to save his own hide.
That bastard! Where's the sword I had?
You had a sword? It's gone now. Those scum took everything, including your horse.
I don't give a damn about the horse. I stole it anyway. But my father forged that sword for Sir Radzik. I promised father I'd take it to him. I have to get it back.
Well, you can't. Just be thankful you're still alive.
What happened to the other survivors from Skalitz?
They sought refuge in Rattay, and some of the Rattay folk are none too happy about it.
And Matthew, Fritz and Matthias? Johanka? Did they make it?
They're alive. I heard Matthias is at the stud farm in Merhojed. Johanka is in Sasau, and Fritz and Matthew, well, you know them. They're up to no good somewhere. The only trouble they'll be in is of their own making.
What about Sir Radzik?
Sir Hanush, he's the Lord of Rattay. He gave his lower castle to Sir Radzik, a place called Perkstein. Sir Hanush lives at the upper castle. The Skalitz folk have made camp in front of it.
How did you get away from those Cumans?
You're wrong. If it hadn't been for you... When they came to the mill, they slaughtered everyone and kept me for last. After you distracted them, I fled to the mines to find my brother, but my brother was dead, but I owe my life and more to you.
And I owe mine to you. The scales are balanced. I won't trouble you anymore. Let's leave it be.
What are you up to? How would you like to, I don't know, come for a walk?
A walk? I'd like that very much. But I can't right now, Hal. Give me some time to settle in, will you?
If that's what you want.
It's not you, Hal. It's just this isn't a good time.
Alright, let's go get this ring, shall we? I do have a bit of an unfair advantage. I know the game map pretty well.
What kind of governor is Sir Hanush?
Sir Hanush is a good lord. Things won't be the same when that wastrel Sir Hans takes over. That will be a sorry day.
What's life like in Ratai?
We got sturdy walls and 2 castles to protect us. There's not many towns have that. And we got everything we need here. We got an apothecary, a swordsmith, an armorer. We got a beautiful church and fine alehouses.
How do the Ratai folk get on with the refugees?
Well, they have it tough, no doubt. But there's not enough room for them here. How much longer will they be living on our streets? Nothing good will come of this. What if one of them's brought the plague with him?
Have you heard anything about the Cumans in Sigismund's army?
I don't know if it's just old wives' tales, but I heard truly terrible things. Take care.
Let's talk about the price.
Naturally. Aye, with that amount I can be persuaded.
Yeah. I could probably go 3, but I'm not a chance just yet. That was a fair amount of money for starting out. That ain't bad at all. Oh no, the wobbling's back. Alright, let's head on up there. No, that ain't it. always trying to make your way through trees like that in real life. Get hung up on stuff. Rawr. This is actually kind of interesting up here. The poles, where you tie people to them. You could either burn them alive, or you could punish and torture them. Then up here, on the actual gallows themselves, you have the hangman's pole. This is where you quarter people. Quartering them is pretty much what it sounds like. You take a sharp instrument and you cut them open and you begin to pull out their insides while they're alive. It's a means of torture and gathering information. They didn't realize that people would scream and tell you whatever they wanted to hear just to stop the pain. Here's where they remove the heads. We all hear the guillotine, things like that from France. But then England, I believe, used the axe, and certain parts of France would use axes after or before the guillotine. But if I remember right, Bohemia and other areas in that region used swords that were especially weighted to allow for a cleaner cut. And this is basically a wagon wheel on a stick, also used for hanging people. Oh, that's the effects of the broke bones. You'll notice I may not have taken any damage, but I could have actually broken an ankle from that. Fun. This game has a lot of Easter eggs. Some of them are just kind of Easter eggs to tell you what life was like for some of these people.
Christ wounds, what a fucking stink. How long have you been lying here? Nothing on the left hand. The right? Oh shit, there's nothing there either. Where the fuck is that ring? Oh, the stench makes me want to puke. Peshek will pay for this.
And of course we just run off and leave it open instead of filling it back in. But yeah, an actual executioner's sword would not be good for combat because the tips are weighted way heavier than the handles, and it was off balanced. And once again, it was mostly used for a single swift strike. Oh yeah, geodes are stupid. They pop. And now we need to talk to this guy. He's going to be very angry that I'm in his house.
Miller Peshek sent me. He's very sorry, but by mistake he didn't give you the full weight of flour last time. He says you should come and get the balance.
That rogue. How much is it?
Half a sack. That's nothing to sneeze at.
It certainly isn't. I'll go there right away.
And he's off. And his door is locked with me in here. Now, while he's...
Hey, who's that?
While he's running off, we can do this. And get our lockpicking skill. Yes, we'll do that. Because at this point in time, I don't have a lot of money.
What? This is nothing but an ordinary copper band. It's not worth a 10 penny.
And yes, I will be going through as much of the quests in this game as I can. Mostly because it was requested. A friend of mine who I'm making these videos for. If anyone else watches them, hey, cool. Somebody else wishes to watch me answering in my endless confused talking out of my head. That's actually kind of worrisome. Anyway. Let's get the hell out of here. Ah yes, the outhouse. Not made properly by no means, but this particular one, your sewage can drain down onto the tree. The smell would be horrific. The sole fact that there's no pit is kind of disgusting. At least the pit masked a tiny amount of the smell. I should store more. I could have sworn there was a dead pit where you stuck the animals that died. Oh well. I probably ran past it already. Oh, this is going to be a mess now. I do like how they fleshed it out. They used, I think, similar, if not dead-on, environments from the area of Scallops and inside of Bolivia. Which I don't even know if it's still called Bolivia. It could be something by a whole other name. So many wars and countries have come and gone since then. And being that I just robbed the bailiff, the executioner blind, I will of course be having my own issues pop up here soon. He will be very happy. And it's going to immediately begin alerting scouts, which are going to searching like if you steal without getting caught, the guards will begin searching people, often looking for ways to find thieves that are walking throughout, especially if you look suspicious. Mainly if your visibility is low or high in this particular instance. If they don't recognize you or you don't have high regard for them, they're going to search you quicker. If they do have high regard, it lowers the chance of getting
What kind of trick were you trying to pull at?
Yeah. He's not happy with me. Running around looking like a beggar. Tore up clothes, tore up everything. Some of the more important skills you're going to want to raise up is your maintenance. Mostly because it's how you keep your equipment good and it saves you a bunch of money. Along with gives your equipment abilities and skills depending on what you choose. As skill points like increased damage, increased stealth, decreased noise, things like that.
God be with you.
I have that ring for you.
Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojciech, the miller in Kohelnitz. He'll have some work for you, and I'll have something for you soon too. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least, I'll buy risky goods from you. I mean the kind that used to belong to someone else and you can't sell to just anyone.
You'll buy stolen goods from me. Oh, thanks for your trust. I'm sure that'll come in useful. I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that. I'll see you later.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally. All right, so.
Yeah, I still think I can go to 3. Alright. Well. Grab a seat here on the bed. Eat my bread. Drink a saber snaps. And a negative to this game is you have to maintain your load file, your save files. You're gonna have your saver snap files, but the files don't delete, nor do they write over the previous self, so they build so quickly, ever so quickly, and that sucks. Alright, so this mess. And everything you sell to the merchants and like goes into their store.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that.